Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to the bonus episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Because there were so many people that wrote in about their Christmas feuding, I thought we got to go into a bonus because they're actually really funny. And I think they're funny because I've created like the scenario in my mind.
Yeah.
Kind of like the uncle who threw the full turkey at the tree. You know?
I hope there weren't glass ornaments on it. That's what I was thinking. They were all shattering.
I would be worried about being fed to clean up the mess.
Like, I feel like that I would be watching Christmas Vacation. Like when the grandpa lights his cigar and blows up the whole tree.
Yes.
Yeah. The little lights aren't twinkling.
We got to watch that.
He worked really hard, Grandma. Or Grandpa. So do washing machines.
You guys know verbatim every
Oh, it's a great. How do
you know,
not?
Dad knew the entire Chevy Chase rant.
Oh, he did?
Where he's like, hallelujah, holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
It sounds like you know, guys know it.
No,
he could do
but that's,
worm-headed. Like, he could do it verbatim.
He's like, brainless, dickless, worm-headed. Like, he knew the whole rant. I think that's because how he felt at Christmas.
And you know Chevy, you know that was ad-libbed.
Oh, it had to. You can't read that and then go, okay, let me re-say it. Like, you just got to go wing
You
that.
just have to, like, go for it and make incredible. I mean, still to this day, it's the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Oh, it is for sure, in my opinion.
In my opinion as well. But as we've learned, my opinions are facts. So are my feelings.
Oh, God.
Just kidding, you guys. They're really not. But I have learned that when I am in the wrong, like the other day, you guys told me, and it was in Hawaii, and I was like losing it, and you guys told me that I was being not very nice, and I said, you just need to take it. And you go, no, and I was like, I know that how I'm feeling is not, I know it's my fault, I know I'm incorrect, but you just have to take it.
Well, it was about the keys, the dumb keys.
I know, and you were so worried. Well, if a tsunami comes, it's like, I promise you that.
Well, we spent all of our Hawaiian vacation watching tsunami movies and documentaries. So, yes, I was very concerned. And I said to you guys, the key is not in the basket. And I've told you multiple times that should we hear the tsunami alarm, the keys need to be there so that we can implement the plan that we so carefully thought out. I grabbed Sosa. Lisa is in charge of getting Ocean into the car. No one needs to be buckled in. Easton can grab the keys, and we're off to the races, getting up to the mountain of where Foodland is. And I go to get the keys, and they're not there. If there would have been a tsunami warning, they were in the car, but it doesn't matter. We would have spent hours trying to find them.
Hours trying to find them? We're lucky we weren't spending hours trying to find the car. Scoot gone, car gone. Holy shit, we would have been fucked. Your hair looks fine.
No, it doesn't. I can see all these like little hairs.
And days get hard. It is what it is. Life's.
I didn't even think about it being stolen.
Oh, that was my first thing. When you were like, they were in the car, I was like, I'm not even going to say anything, but thank God the car was there because they could have jumped the fence, opened the gate.
I don't think they would have wanted a caravan.
Oh,
Mom,
the parts.
a car is a car.
A car is a car, and I'm going to tell you those parts would
They're
have been worth
not looking
money.
for Lambos on the island, babe. They want the scooters, and they want whatever
a
car.
Scooter, my little Pronto, they'll steal the Chrysler.
Speaking of the Pronto, I think you've come up with a grand idea. You buy another one when we go the next time.
And then leave it.
Yeah, leave it. Locked
for
up.
every year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a genius idea. And what I have learned is it doesn't need to be Christmas to have an epic feud. If you live in the Birmingham household, you're feuding every single day.
But it's always about keys. Where are the keys?
No, our feuds aren't like personal attacks. That's why. They're funny.
No. But the ones that people wrote in are definitely intense. Should we start?
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm just confused how so many people are down to just like throw fists.
They're watching a lot of Housewives.
Do you think? I think
turkeys.
I think there's alcohol consumed during this time of year.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think
a lot of eggnog down the hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad loved eggnog. We'll have to buy some.
Would he spike his?
No.
Who knows?
No, I don't.
I don't know about that.
I wasn't a big drinker then.
No, guess why he never spiked it? Because he'd always tell me to try it because he was trying to push the eggnog with a bit of Sprite.
Oh.
You remember
Really?
that? Yeah, he'd go, you got to try it.
that.
And I
Yeah.
tried. It was good. I think I'd like it more now
He
than when I
also-
was 18, but he
Yeah,
loved
we should-
doing that.
Yeah, and he also was very into, during Christmas time, he started drinking red wine with a little Coke in it.
I
Not
think it-
cocaine, Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
You're right. That was a weird thing that he started doing.
You know what? Somebody introduced him to it, and he loved it.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's probably the Mormon version of like, it's like having a dirty soda. He's
But
having a
that's
dirty
when you
eggnog.
use your Franzia, because you don't put a good Merlot in with a Coke.
Okay, I know my dad well, and he could have been a billionaire or a no heir at all, and he was still buying bottom shelf whatever. He was a big fan of the saving money.
Yeah.
I would send him out to get like cold medicine, and he would always come back
With the store brand.
with the store brand and make me, and I'd be like, Dad, like, why didn't you get me NyQuil? And he was like, well, look at the ingredients. It's the exact same but cheaper. And I'm like,
Well, he's the one that wanted you to get a Corolla for your first car.
what's
he's
so funny
the one
is
that also
I'm
would
the
never
guy
buy
now.
Charmin toilet paper.
I do that. But I
Can
buy
I
all the
talk-
knockoff medications, like America's Best. I don't know what it is.
Who knows? But you do
But I'm
do
buying
that.
the Kroger brand because it's great.
I
can I-
sent.
I'm sorry.
Go.
No, can I tell you my pet peeve in Hawaii?
Tell us.
The one-ply toilet paper.
It's
They-
my whole entire bottom half is tore up.
And I send Easton to the store to get 2-ply.
2-ply.
What did you
And-
want me to do? They didn't have any.
No, Hawaii's a big fan of the Scott toilet paper.
I went to get Charmin.
So
I
Easton.
could have got Charmin. I could have got Charmin.
Why didn't you?
I
You could have gotten Charmin?
16 fucking rolls for 2 days? No. We should have got it the first day
well,
we went.
I thought you
just
just
bought
couldn't-
the 4 because they didn't have any other things in the 4. And I thought, we leave on Saturday and it's Thursday. I don't care that much to buy
I
16
didn't know
rolls.
that. I thought they only had 1-ply on the island.
No, they
That
had-
was okay.
And here we are
All right.
shitting all over
Sorry,
the
Hawaii.
toilet paper.
Sorry,
No,
Hawaii.
but they didn't. I mean, they had one box. That was it.
Okay.
So whoever is there, it's like COVID for them.
You
They're
can't
still
e-
buying up the toilet paper.
You can't even make an excuse because even in Palm Springs, I sent you out to get toilet paper and you got 1-ply, and I could not believe
That's
No,
what you
it.
get for
he
you
said
dirty bitches.
Scott is the best. So guess what? He has all the Scott in his bathroom and he can enjoy.
I wonder if Scott will sponsor the podcast now.
Hey, Scott.
We're speaking so highly of them. No, but it reminded me of like going to school. You know?
Or to the airport. Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst. Give Them Lala is sponsored by Earth Breeze. Like most people, I've been trying really hard to cut back on how much plastic I use, but with a full house and 2 babies, I'm always throwing those huge laundry detergent bottles into my recycling. But did you know that like 500 million of those bottles end up in the landfills and oceans every single year? That's why I made the switch to Earth Breeze laundry sheets. They come in plastic-free packaging, so they're more eco-friendly than traditional detergent. I love that part. I want the planet to be a better place for my girls when they grow up and have kids of their own. So Earth Breeze is an easy way to get clean clothes without all that plastic waste. And now you can get 40% off with your subscription at earthbreeze.com/lala. That's earthbreeze.com/lala. This person said the family feud usually has to do with, this is what she said, deciding which families to visit is always a feud, especially hard when you have divorced parents. That would be really hard. Here's what I think.
Brandon, our brother, he did.
Yes, but imagine this. It's like 4 Christmases because you're now married, and if both sides have divorced parents, you got to have 4 Christmases. To me, I kind of like that kind of day. Like, I always loved going to grandma's house over Mimi's house. Don't be offended, Mom.
I'm
It
not
has
offended
nothing to
'cause
do
my
with
mom's
Mimi.
was the best.
Okay, well, here we go. Because my mom's at Mimi and Bob's, it was like fine china, crystalware, a pristine just
Dining set.
setup.
Eating
And-
at 9:00 at night.
It was very intense for children, especially. Grandma's house, we were eating out of like the tin things that you buy at the grocery store for many people. It was paper plates. It was just, as a kid, I enjoyed going there because there were a lot of cousins.
Yeah.
It was a nice balance.
Yeah.
I just hated getting home to play with all of my new Christmas toys
At
at
midnight.
But we had family time. Fuck.
I love it. I fought with my mom because she refused to acknowledge my stepkids at Christmas. What a bitch. Sorry, I don't mean to call your mom a bitch, but what a bitch.
No, yeah.
I mean, I've had stepkids at one point in time, and I think I would also be furious if my mother chose to just not acknowledge their presence. It's like they're children. They literally have no say in the matter.
Meanwhile, you're sleeping and she wanted a sleepover every night with you.
Who are you talking about?
Rye Fry?
Oh, yeah.
You were sleeping with Rye Fry?
No.
You were great.
You were a great
still love
bonus.
her.
I know.
We still see them.
We still see them all the time. You were a fabulous bonus grandma, and that's one thing that that is hard is stepchildren, because you feel like it's a personal attack because the grandma thing I don't understand, but becoming a stepmom, you look at the way your partner looks at the children and you think, wow, this other woman gave him these kids that he will never love anything more than that.
Right.
Right? And when you don't have kids, you don't realize that, like, it doesn't mean he loves the ex-wife.
No.
He just loves his children. And the kids have zero say. They just, like, arrived on planet Earth because you two decided to fuck each other and then not stay together.
Yep.
And they're just here, so make it pleasant.
Yep.
Acknowledge if I ever have stepchildren, it'll be such a different ball game. And I've spoken about this. Like, I will have the exes back through thick and thin because that's what I would hope for when my children take on a step person.
If somebody
You know?
brought like stepkids over, like say you did, and he brought his other kids over, I'm the type of person who is going to make the other stepkids feel more at home because I want them to
Because they're already feeling out of place.
Like
Yes.
you couldn't feel more out of place, so I am going to step the line to make you feel so comfortable.
You're great at that, TT.
But yeah, I'm biting my tongue at that old bag.
You old bag.
Oh, she is called an old bag too.
My vegan brother sat everyone down and told us all how we were murderers. I was 12.
I was 12. Hey, I there is such thing as too much meat in a diet. I really do.
People who eat meat
Every day?
I'm like,
You know, I don't know
every
how
day-
people eat like a drumstick, like that's the chicken leg, like, or wings,
I love wings.
all of that. I can't.
You
Or
gotta get by
ribs,
that,
like,
but-
ooh, disgusting.
But you got to enjoy it.
I have
once.
a hard time
You
eating
need
meat.
you.
I have
I
a
know,
very
but
hard time.
we've spoken
Oh.
about it, and you have to have it in your diet because if you don't, you feel like
there
shit.
are some
need iron.
vegetarians or vegans that are like, you don't have to, you can supplement with this, that, and the other. But then there are other people on the other end who say there are specific blood types and other scientific jargon goes into it to where there are certain people who absolutely have to have some sort of meat in
I'm
their
sorry.
diet.
I will have
I
a
don't know.
steak once a week, maybe.
Well,
But that's all I need.
according to this vegan brother, you're a fucking murderer.
Well, I need it for my loins.
My sister showed my boss her boobs. Haven't talked to my sister in 3 years now. I can
Reread that for
why?
me.
My sister
must
showed
have
my
been-
boss her boobs. And they haven't spoken in 3 years.
She was probably a little tipsy.
But like, what does she do? Like,
I wanna
is
be
it
the
like Girls
boss.
Gone Wild? Is it just one tit? Like, I want to know.
Tell
and
her
why?
to write in and tell us.
And why? Were they like having a little, did they go, into another room and she was like, I'm going to show you my boobs now. Like,
I'm
what?
going to show you my boobs.
She's like, Clark, you've been a very good boy and I'm vibing with you.
So here are my headlights.
So you get to see my boobs. What?
Interesting.
It's so interesting. And did this woman get fired or did she get a promotion after? Because if you got promoted, you should definitely talk to your sister.
Maybe, yeah,
Don't you think?
And I wonder maybe she had just gotten a new boob job or something.
right?
She wanted to show them off.
When you get a new boob job, you do want to show
And if
'em
she
off.
did get a raise for that,
My first Christmas after my parents split up in November, I was 11, bro was 18. My bro had a meltdown and started throwing mandarin oranges against the wall. One hit me and I fell down the stairs.
Oh,
That night,
no.
my uncle also passed out into his plate. Good times. Can I tell you what it's reminding me of?
I picture the neighbors that you went to after a call. I picture I don't want to say his name, but
I know who you're talking about.
I picture him on the plate.
I'm picturing him and then the little kid or the brother. Oh, he was 18 throwing mandarin oranges. Even better. But in my mind, it's 4 Christmases after the little boy doesn't get what he wants and he starts taking off his clothes. And the mom is like, he tends to streak when he gets upset. He's like throwing shit butt naked. I'm picturing it that. And then the mandarin orange hitting the little girl. But they played in slow-mo. Like it's something really hard and she just
hits the wall as
hella falls down the stairs. These are so funny.
Crazy.
Or Lisa falling asleep at the
No,
plate.
can I tell you?
Always. Tell us.
I would have my mom's and dad's side of the family over for Christmas Eve when you guys were little.
Yeah.
And they would stay literally till 1 o'clock in the morning having their wine and chatting.
Just getting schnockered because they don't have to wake up to kids.
And I still had to put Santa gifts together and out.
Little self-awareness. So rude.
You know?
So rude.
Plus, I'd use the fine china
guess what I would
and
have
the
done?
silverware, and I had to do dishes. So I'm in the kitchen doing dishes, and they're all out having a gale time, which is great.
No, you should have done things differently.
Paper
Dishes,
plates.
well, but dishes, when people are doing dishes, that's not a key that the night is over. If I would have seen you starting to build shit, I'd have been like, all right, let's get out of here. You should have started building and then done the dishes. Because dishes is like the dinner's over, but the night's
No, literally,
not.
it'd be 1 o'clock in the morning.
If I saw you putting together gifts, I'd
We
be like,
don't give
all
you
right,
enough
Mary.
credit for what you did
No,
during
you did a
that
lot.
time.
And then I had another time where Dad had some friends over, and they got schnockered. And it
A lot
was
of getting schnockered.
3 o'clock in the morning. I swear to you. In fact,
Didn't you have friends sleep over?
You were a new baby. You were 3 months old. I had gone up to bed and got up to feed you, and they were still downstairs.
I don't know why you're bitching about that. Like she's gonna wake up Christmas morning, like rip roaring.
No, but I
You could have
remember
slept
that.
in, right?
I know. No, I was getting up.
No.
Well, the day was.
No, I mean Sosa
Ruined.
right now, she's up and ready to go around 6:30. And then she'll go down for a nap around 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I would be exhausted. You know what? Let's
And then
take
you
this
have to-
moment to say thank you
Thank
for
you,
putting
Lisa,
on such
for-
a fantastic
Yes.
Christmas time for us.
Oh,
You really
you're
did.
welcome.
Every
I
year.
loved our Christmas as
I
we
had
sit
fun.
on the stairs with the French doors closed.
Yeah.
So
You
I could
made
get
it
my
special.
big video camera out so I could film you guys seeing your gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was great.
It was
You-
very
And I love decorating. I love the whole thing.
But
The
not
Santas.
not only like of course the gifts were really fun as a kid and like they were so spectacular that I always thought Santa Claus was real because I thought how could he not be? But not only did you and Dad provide that, but you also provided the feeling of Christmas.
That's the one thing. Like the feeling of it. Every Christmas I can remember waking them up, sitting on the stairs where Santa ate his
the
cookie
cookies.
and milk.
Yeah.
And then me and you just sitting there. And thank you you need some praise on this too, because your experience was ruined well before mine, and you did very well to make me still believe. So very good on you. I don't think you get enough credit
Well,
for that.
thank you.
So, but yeah, like walking through the 2 French doors as Mom's backing up, the gifts are all great, but after that one point of walking through, I forget everything because everything was so chaotic after that. But I remember every Christmas, like just walking down and like doing that and that experience.
I think it's really important to also, and I know that Christmas is now considered a commercial holiday, which it's fine. It's not really what I would prefer. For me, it's much more sentimental than that and why we celebrate. I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, but for me, it was the feeling of Christmas time rolling around that I've been able to carry with me through, okay, Santa's not real anymore, but it didn't matter because that wasn't what made Christmas special to me. It was like the feeling that you and Dad provided and the traditions that we did. That's what I hope to have with Sosa and Ocean, that well beyond finding out that, you know, Santa's not real and just gifts are being given for who the fuck knows why.
Right? Because
But
the other thing,
feeling.
Elmer. Good
Elmer
old
the elf.
Elmer. Like that is the other thing. I don't know what the fuck I got, but there were times where like he would leave me a sucker. But it was just like,
or a game,
where did
or
I mean, I got amazing things, but it was as simple as I got like a bag of candy one day.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be more excited because of just the experience of where
Thinking
did
that
Elmer leave it?
Yeah.
And that was the fun thing. It was never
And-
the gifts. That's the other thing. And I spoke about that. Don't stress about the gifts. It's the production of what you're giving them is the meaningful thing.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing was when we would go downtown the night before Christmas, because when you guys got older, that's what we did. And we go with the Ressons, remember? And we'd go
Hot
and
chocolate
see the
and
Christmas lights. We'd have dinner downtown.
It was so much fun.
Didn't we do it at the Little or Grand America?
We'd go to Grand America. We'd go to the Marriott. We'd go to Olive Garden. Think about it. We did so many different things, but we'd always go downtown and have dinner, go see the Christmas lights, get hot chocolate. It was so fun.
It was so fun and so cute.
And that's what got us into the Christmas spirit, too.
Well, I remember also doing that. And then me, Zach, and Bart, and Dad still would walk over to the Grand America in that bar.
Yeah.
I can't remember that little bar,
yeah.
but that was so Christmassy to me. Because you're
Yeah.
walking down that hall, 2 big trees, and then you just go in and there's garlands everywhere.
It just like
And
felt.
that
it was so
vibe-
fun.
Yeah.
And
Happy.
remember, we would also stay downtown overnight
Yes.
one night
Yeah.
during December.
Yeah, there's just little things that stick with me that I want to do for Sosa and Ocean.
Yeah. It's fun.
Back to Feuds
Back to
and being raunchy. I love this. I slept with my brother's friend at my parents' house while we had a party. I love how just nonchalantly she wrote this.
Does the brother know?
I mean, you should probably let me know, babe, because we post this stuff.
Because if your brother doesn't know, you're about to
He
ruin a
does now.
friendship. Because I couldn't look at my buddy and be like, you fucked my sister, my guy. You're
I
out of
couldn't
here.
either. I'd be so weirded out. I remember when I think it was Katie, after my dad's wake, Katie was like, yeah, Sheena was sitting on your brother's lap and flirting with him. And I about had her head on a platter.
No, I think she was
Oh,
just trying to be
Sheena,
nice.
you're so
I think she
nice.
was just being nice.
I know, she should have.
I love Sheesh. I know you do too.
Sheena's my security blanket. I texted
know.
her that this morning. I was like, by the way, I love you. Thank you for taking care of me in the group chat. She knows group chats overwhelm me. So she let the group know.
No, she's the sweetest, and I love her mother. Too.
She's my
I love her
best-
whole family.
Mom, she's my best friend.
Right?
know.
The only,
I know.
Ron and Brock. Brock
No,
is
the
just
whole
a
fam is
character,
part of
but
the pod.
Ron, there's a special place in my heart for Ron.
Well, he's
because
just like Dad.
That's the exact thing. Like, he was just talking when we were there, and I was like, I'm fucking talking with my dad right now. This is wild.
I know it's so
No, I love
cute.
Ron. I love that whole family,
Me
honestly.
too.
My cousin punched me in the face for accidentally opening her gift when I was 10. These
How old was she?
brawl. I'm assuming 10.
Yeah, because
I'm
I don't
assuming they were both 10.
She was probably 21.
punching her little sister. That was fucking my gift. I see you doing that.
My family does Monopoly every year, and if someone isn't crying, we don't play. That's epic. No one's crying and having a meltdown. No Monopoly for any of you. There's nothing funnier than kids sobbing and losing their shit on Christmas. This one's a long one, so I saved it for last. 5 years ago, my grandma's dementia was starting to get worse. She couldn't recognize new faces, but remembered who we were, just not how we were related. All evening, she was obsessively checking out my boyfriend and asking everyone repeatedly, who is that hunk? December 25th is also my boyfriend's birthday. While singing happy birthday, Grandma couldn't contain it anymore and ran up, hopped on his lap, grabbed his face, and planted a huge, semi-lengthy wet kiss that was long enough for it to feel uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
Right on his lips.
Grammy.
It's one of my Grammy. It's one of my favorite memories of her, my boyfriend's. Maybe not so much, LOL. He said he has
Therapy
Hold on.
sessions
PTSD
weekly.
when it comes to
He has
your
weekly
house.
therapy, and
He said she had for sure licked her lips several times beforehand. Grandma was a great time all the way to the end, even tearing through the old folks' home she lived in. Merry Christmas to Lala and fam. Hope no one's grandma gives any of you a wet kiss on the lips.
Wow.
It's reminding me of Christmas Vacation. The grandma, she's like, would you want to say Grace? Grace! She died 30 years ago. And then she's like, Grace, the blessing. She starts doing the pledge allegiance
to the flag.
I love that show.
We had to watch it.
No,
Let's watch it
that's her
tonight.
grandma. Couldn't you imagine that woman being like, who's that hunk with her little beret on? As she packed up her fucking cat as a gift.
And just licking her lips.
I can picture it
At
now.
least she didn't tongue him.
That was a great one to end on. That was fabulous. I can picture it all. And everyone, you guys gave me tremendous laughs. I actually now I can't wait for next year to see who was punched in the face, whose grandma showed the boyfriend her pussy. I don't know. What the fuck is next? I can't wait. My mom is acting like she's clutching her pearls. Like I don't talk this way.
I'm all of my stuff.
Calm down, as if I don't talk this way. She's like, oh no.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
No.
It's New Year, but good
Christmas is come and gone, bitch.
We're in the New Year.
You're talking
We're
about
lit.
Christmas.
You guys, I love you. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all three? I'm getting really good at that.